Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Joseph Bonner, and today we're just going to jump right into the topic. I know that a lot of you have been following the news about rapper PnB Rock being shot dead at the LA restaurant Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles yesterday. And as the reports are coming in, obviously some of them just pure speculation as to how someone knew his location. But I do want to get into that because I think it does speak to not only the times that we're living in, but also the safety of social media platforms that needs to be seriously considered. So, PnP Rock, whose real name is Rakim Hashim Allen, he was shot at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in South Los Angeles, and then he was robbed of his jewelry. He was rushed to the hospital that was nearby, and then pronounced dead at 2 p.m. So it all happened really really fast, as far as the shooting, and then he died not long after being shot. And what's making this story a little bit more, I would say, cynical and maybe of global interest is that allegedly, and I say allegedly, but actually there are photos online that confirms this, that his girlfriend actually had tagged their location and, posted a photo of her food, like a lot of people do when they go out to restaurants. They post a photo of their food, usually tagging the location. So she had did that, and not long after tagging the location, somebody shows up and shoots him. Now, a couple of questions come into play. Did the person who targeted him get the information from the tag on social media, or was he just actually following the rapper? A lot of people know where these rappers live. A lot of people know what kind of car they drive. So it wouldn't be rocket science to be able to find where somebody lives and then follow them to the restaurant and then kind of lie in wait. So although a lot of people are saying that she got him killed because of posting location, that's, again, those are still speculations. For all we know, this person could have followed him to the restaurant and just kind of waited for the moment. So we don't know. But what it does do is it brings up the conversation of safety and social media. Now, we already know that we're living in 2022. Social media and the world that we're living in today has changed drastically. Some social media platforms have kind of, instigated, safety precautions just to try to their best to keep users safe. But the reality is that it's still not safe. There are some sites that you'll use, or sometimes you'll go into certain companies or locations and they'll make you sign a disclaimer, saying, hey, if something happens, we're not responsible for X, Y, and Z when you sign up for the service or when you use this particular service. Like, for example, like if you go skydiving, or if you take your kids to like Sky Zone, right? You have to sign a waiver to release liability for the company if something were to happen to you. Now, what's interesting is that social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, they don't ask. They don't release a liability form if something happens to you. Would you use this? And so what I can see legally happening in this particular case is that you can bring lawsuits against these companies. If something dangerous happens to you, like irregardless of, like, it's a no-brainer, don't tag your location. That's irregardless, right? Just like it was a no-brainer, coffee at McDonald's is hot. Duh. But it still didn't stop that person from winning their lawsuit because the individuals had failed to warn them properly. It is what it is. So what you're going to be seeing is a trend of lawsuits coming towards Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Meta, whatever you want to call it, even TikTok, because they do not divulge themselves, they do not annul themselves of liability when you use these platforms. And so if something bad happens to you as a direct result of using these platforms and it can be confirmed, then these companies are actually liable. And I was having this conversation with somebody it wasn't really a conversation. I wouldn't even consider it a debate because the person was an idiot. And you guys know I'm a sharpshooter. If you're an idiot, you're an idiot. I mean, it is what it is. Of course, I didn't call them an idiot to their face, but of course I knew it. So they wanted to engage me in a dialogue about why certain social media platforms should be held liable for certain actions. And I'm like, listen, dude, I don't have time to teach you law. I don't have time to break down the laws to you. Plus, who are you? You're not a judge. Like, you're nobody. No offense. In connection with this in relation to this particular topic, in relation to what I'm going to do when I come after certain social media platforms. Like, you don't have a dog in this fight, in my opinion. So, like, stay out of my way. Just know that you should probably stay out of my way so I don't come for you too. You guys know how I am. So, especially when it comes to children, you know I'm a fight. And if you in my way, you're going to get ran over too. So, period. May take some notes. If you a hater listening to the show, take some notes, take them well. So, what I am saying though is that these social media platforms, Meta, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of these platforms, who, again, do not annul themselves as liability when people use these platforms. You're going to start to see a wave of lawsuits against these media outlets, these social media outlets, and rightly so. And you guys already know how I feel about. You guys know I have no fear when it comes to, like, I don't care. Y'all can delete my account, remove my account. Anyways, I'm going to survive and I'm going to be fine. So I don't have any fear of speaking out against these organizations. I don't fear reprisal from them. They ain't nobody. So if I see something, I'm going to say it, and I don't care if you like it or not, because trust and believe, I already got the platform to make sure that my voice is heard. You can't stop that either. So what I do, like I said, this is a bigger conversation, you guys. I do feel bad for the girlfriend, but at that same time, I don't have all of the facts and the details, so I can't say, I don't want to say more than just that at this moment. With everything that I can see coming in, I kind of feel bad for her from the evidence that has already availed itself to the public, but that's it. You know, you have to wait and kind of see how things play out and kind of see what things are brought to the light eventually to see how I'll feel about it in the future. But what I will say is this: social media platforms, irregardless if they were responsible for PnB Rocky's death or not, irregardless, they are responsible and accountable for the bad things that happen to people who use their platform when there is no waiver to evolve. What's the word? When there's no waiver, or there's no agreement to release them of liability if something were to happen to you. Those are the facts. But a lot of people don't pick up lawsuits like this is because it's like they don't think they can win it. They don't even know how to fight it. So I would definitely encourage you guys, if you guys have a lawsuit, contact a lawyer. If you have a legitimate case and you can prove that it was social media that led to something that bad that happened to you, trust and believe you have a case. There are laws that will apply in your particular case. And trust and believe also, you know how media is, you know how the news is, they'll be quick to pick up your story. Oh my goodness, somebody's suing, so don't hold back if you know that something bad has happened to you as a result of using social media who failed to protect you. Do what you need to do. It's such an unfortunate and sad event. I really hope that Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles genuinely had cameras there so that they could find this jerk who killed this poor person. It's so heartbreaking. Like, over a chain, are you kidding me? That's the sick world we're living in. Such sick individuals. And anybody who supported this individual or who supports him and remains silent, y'all sick too. You're ridiculous. Can't even believe, you don't even deserve to breathe. And I'll state that with finality. If you are supporting this individual and you know what they did and you remain silent, because you are culpable in their actions. Drop an anonymous tip, something. Let us know who this individual is. You know you can do it. And probably reward money too. Get that. You better don't tell everybody you got that reward money though. You know how that will go. But don't let this individual get away with that. No. They deserve to pay. How sickening. How sickening. All right, you guys. Well, you know who this is. Joseph Bonner. Got issues? You know where to find me. Don't play. And until next time, you guys, take care of each other. I also want you guys to make sure that you pick up the latest issue of Court Magazine, which is now available at courtmagazine.org. Also, if you have a story that you'd like us to cover, definitely reach out. I'm Joseph Bonner. You guys can find me all on social media. And you guys know I don't come to play with no one. Until next time, take care of each other.